Vicky from Cloud9 Spain, and we're doing another carpool. I was going to say carpool karaoke, but I haven't got Bruno Mars in the car. I've got my friend Alfredo. Yay. So today we're going to cover the El Paraiso area, or Paradise as it's called, and I truly believe it is paradise because I've lived here for 20 years. So we're going to cover all parts of El Paraiso, starting at the lower section, give you a little few shots of the surrounding area, restaurants, bars. Then we're going to slowly go up the hill until we get to the final point, which is the Alto, where we can see some very large villas and obviously great views for the sea, golf, mountains. We've got it all covered. So come on, get in the car, Alfredo, let's go. So we're now in the El Pilar area of El Paraiso, which is where I've lived for 18 years. It's a nice area because you've got everything on your doorstep, to be honest. Bars, restaurants, tapas bar, even the notary.
The doghouse, what's that?
The doghouse, that's a pub, an English pub, and you've got another one here, Victoria and Albert. So
that's very British, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is British. But the community's mixture. It's very international. It's not just Brits, Scandinavians, Irish, Polish, Lithuanians, Germans. Very mixed. On the right, my favourite tapas bar, Lola's Bar, which is walking distance to my house, which is a great spot.
And we're parallel to the main road here, right?
We are indeed. To the right, we've got the A7, hairdressers, best Indian on the coast, masala. It's just got a variety of bars and restaurants on your doorstep, which is a main attraction of this area. So this area here is El Pilar. This is the El Pilar community of El Paraiso. Okay.
So El Paraiso has multiple communities within it?
It does. It has three. Well, it has many communities actually, but El Paraiso itself has three different parts to it. You've got the Barronal, El Paraiso Barronal, which is beachside. You have El Paraiso Medio, which is this kind of area. And then you have El Paraiso Alto, which is obviously higher in the hills where the big villas have got the most spectacular sea views, golf and sea views and mountain views. So this is one of my favourite little developments here on the right. This is Las Gardenias. It's a small urbanisation. It's immaculately looked after and very sought after. As soon as the properties come up for sale here, they go very quickly, probably start around 300,000.
That's not bad, is it?
No, it's not. And the community fees are quite low as well, which is really nice. It's maintained so well, as you can see. I mean, it's immaculate.
So are these what, like little townhouses or
no, they're
apartments?
They're literally ground floor and top floor apartments.
Wow.
And they all look into the most spectacular gardens and communal pools.
Down my end of the coast, the apartments are a lot taller.
All right.
This is
much
nice.
taller. This
Much
is
taller.
low rise.
This is nice.
So as you can see, it's quite. It's not that many apartments. It's just a nice community.
Very
good for
Andalusian,
rental.
no, in style.
Yeah, exactly. Very Andalusian and very, very good for rentals, to be honest. So my house is just over there, and then we're going to go round into the back end of the community, which I'll show you, which is another quite a good hot spot for. We have many clients that also have interest in this area, but the one I'm just going to show you in a moment, which is El Cortijo del Mar.
Cortijo del Mar, that's the one that has a huge pool in the middle? Is that the one?
It's got a good pool. It's great for families. It's great rental investment. They have a rental office on site, and there's the meet and greet, and you can hire your cars there. You can book your day trips there. So it's like a little hotel kind of feel.
So it's Cortijo del Mar. It's not in El Paraiso per se, no?
It's
adjacent.
classed as El Paraiso, but
okay.
it's just on the outskirts. In my opinion, it's just on the outskirts of El Paraiso. So as you can see around the community, you have loads of little villas. Well, not villas, little ones. They're all, some of them can be quite big, but it's a very residential area. Very, very residential. It's not a party area. It's more residential, but a lot of people here rent some of these villas in the summer, and usually families, because obviously the rental costs for these kind of places are very expensive.
And is it mostly resale? No, here I guess.
All resale.
Yeah.
The villas are all resale. There's a couple of new ones we're going to see in a moment. Some of the villas, I've sold quite a few villas in this area, obviously, because I live here, but most of them are old Andalusian style, but with renovations. And I always get notes through the door, if you're looking to sell, can you please call me? It's just an area that everybody...
Is that from Sean, is it?
No, no, that's from passers-by and agents.
So Rincón del Pilar, that's down there, yeah?
Yeah, that's another part of the El Pilar urbanisation. There's more villas around there, but here we're going to cut through now. This is a great cut through. This never used to be here. This used to be a farm many years ago, and you could never get through to the back end of the urbanisation. So you had to go all the way around the motorway to get there. There was a muddy field, and when my friend lived here, we used to ruined many shoes, many boots getting across the field to cut through to Cortijo del Mar, because that's where she lived. So this urbanisation, I've sold a lot on here.
What's this one? This is Cortijo
del Mar, yeah. And based very traditional Andalusian style, as you can see, all different coloured blocks. It's really pretty.
Wow, yeah.
2 and 3 bedroom, ground floor, first floor, and penthouses.
What sort of prices are we talking about these days?
450, 500 for a ground floor. Maybe penthouses I've seen 650, 700 now.
Okay, well, it's gone up a bit, but it's not as ridiculous as some other parts.
Absolutely. And also you've got the convenience of walking to all the amenities, which a lot of people like. They rent incredibly well. Very well.
How far away here from the beach, more or less, just to get a sense?
I'd say a 10-minute walk, 10 to 15 minute walk, because you can cut through and then go over the bridge, go over the motorway.
This doesn't feel particularly steep either, no?
No, it's not steep. It's all flat. Everything's flat.
In some parts of the coast, it might be 10 minutes. Where
exactly.
I live, even 10 minutes on the beach, but it's like 45-degree walk.
So these houses here, these were built by Solvilla quite a few years ago. We've sold a couple here. You probably realise that now. And these, again, are very sought after because they are the modern contemporary style.
What are these called?
They're just Solvilla Los Olivos.
Los Olivos, okay.
Yeah. Again, nice. One of their projects that I think they were probably built about 8 to 10 years ago, because I remember the building work going on. So, again...
Nice thing, there's a bit of room between the houses, because these days they're all stuck next to each other.
Exactly. They've got nice sized plots there. The views are good from the upper level, not from the ground level, but from the upper level you get great sea views.
Yeah, but you can't have it both ways, can you? You can't have like amazing, spectacular panoramic views and be next to the beach and be flat and not on a walking.
Exactly, you can't have it all, right? I think if you want the spectacular views, you've got to be prepared to go up to sort of like the Alto area, where you can get the most amazing views. So we're going to come round. I'm going to go round the other side now, so you can actually come back and we'll see another urbanisation that was built about 4 to 5 years ago, which is Cortijo del Golf, which again is a modern urbanisation, very modern contemporary style, sold exceedingly well. We get a lot of client demand for that area and those particular developments. So as you can you see the Cortijo del Mar extends down to here now?
Yeah, you see from the colour of the buildings.
Exactly, everything's a different colour, which is nice. I think it's really nice, to be honest.
You don't see that much these days, do you?
No, you
Everything's
don't.
White and
these are all different colours, which is really nice. So just around to the right, we're not going to go there. It's just to the right and left. It's called the country club. It's a country club, El Campanario. It's got an indoor spa. It's got a gym, all within walking distance. It's got a nice restaurant, bar. So it's pretty accessible for this area.
And where are we in relation to Marbella and Estepona over here?
Sure, onto the motorway, 10 minutes either direction, 10 minutes to Estepona town centre, 5 minutes to San Pedro, Guadalmina, and maybe to the Golden Mile, 15 minutes.
Okay.
So you're literally in amongst it all.
Right.
Got the best of both areas, right or left, which is good. This is the new development here on the right hand side, Cortijo del Golf, which they're nice properties, and again sought after because of the location.
They had good lunch prices, I remember correctly.
They did. Not now. They've really, like everything. I mean,
that's the message though, isn't it?
You've got to get in quick, because if you don't get in quick, you'll miss out. I was touring with a client earlier on this week, and we saw some off-plan projects, but he's left it a little bit too late. So the ones that are left are obviously more expensive, and also the choice isn't there. So really, I said to him, you've got to get it on a launch. As soon as anything is launched, I'll send him the details, and that's when you need to reserve, because as we know, these properties are just not even a brick in the ground, and they're all sold. So you have to be quick and get in first. So this is the cut through again. We're going to go back, so you can see from these kind of urbanisations around here, you have so much on your doorstep. You could just walk through here and you're in amongst it all.
Who is this for? Is this for party goers, family people?
This is more
retired?
family, retired. I'm retired. I'm knocking on a bit. I shouldn't say that.
No,
it's mainly
you won't be retired till you're 150.
Exactly. It's more families, I'd say. It's I had a client actually who bought a house. See where the building work's going on.
Oh yeah.
They came and viewed the house. It's the quickest. That one there on the right. Can you see the building work?
Oh yeah.
That's the quickest house I've ever sold. 20 minutes it took.
No way.
Absolutely. He said, I like it, I want to buy it.
But let's go back a second, because you live here.
I do.
And you've lived, tell me about that. Like, why did you pick here? How long have you been here?
Okay, we did look at different areas. We did look at, obviously, up in the hills. for views, etc. But I'm a townie. I've lived in London all my life.
No.
Oh yeah.
You're from London. I never would have guessed.
Yeah, you can't tell. No, I'm quite posh. No. But I like the feeling of people around me and stuff going on. Do you know what I mean? I'm not one of these people who wants peace, tranquility, each to their own. You know,
you do have it though, right?
I do have it to a certain extent. But if I need a loaf of bread, if I want to go for a drink, if I want to go for tapas, I want to go for dinner, I can walk.
Just walking distance without being actually living in a noisy environment by the main road.
100%. Right. Yeah. So this is the main road, as
this is quite hectic, isn't it?
It is.
The road
obviously, it gets very busy. Yeah. I mean, especially in the summer, as we know, but you have easy access here, either direction, to Marbella or to Estepona, down that way to Sotogrande. So it's a great connection for transport. You've got the buses on your doorstep. I've got a bus into Estepona town now, and it's cost me €1.50.
Do we get bus passes at our age?
Oh no, cheeky!
I'm waiting to get my bus pass. I'll be 55 this year. I think I get one.
Oh wow! But unlike the UK, the buses here run on time, which is incredible. So again, the commercial centre, everything you need: banks, supermarket, chemists, restaurants, cafeterias, everything is here on your doorstep, which is a great. I like, to be honest, I like convenience.
And is the beachside part of it, is that for like apartments or houses, or is
it's mainly houses?
Does that class as a Paraiso? Is it
El Paraiso Barronal?
Barronal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's basically where all the villas are on the beachfront, overlooking the sea.
They must be expensive as
well. Very,
well.
very expensive. If I'd have had my time over again and I'd have had the money, that's where I would have bought.
Without going into numbers, how much is the value of you bought a house, right?
I did.
Tell us a little bit
sure,
more.
I mean,
how much did it go from?
Absolutely. Like, I mean, just very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
There's a great tennis club here on the left, padel and tennis, Roza Rossa. Roza Rossa, got that round the wrong way. It's basically got a restaurant. It's got tennis courts, padel courts. It's a great place. It really is very, very good for children because they can come and have their lessons. They have groups where they can, do like mixers. It's a real good area to live, and it's actually part of the academy, the golf academy. And he's built some villas, as you can see there, which he's going to rent out.
Oh, wow.
Which is like for clients or for people that want to come out and have proper coaching. It's part of the...
It's quite a big Russian community around there, isn't it?
It's not Russian. That one's owned by Ukrainians.
Ah, okay. Oops.
So, yeah.
There's quite a big Ukrainian community here.
Yeah, you never said Russians.
No, oops.
So again, round to the left here, we're not going to go this way, but you have more townhouses, you have apartments, everything, and you can literally walk down to...
You can see people walking.
Absolutely, everybody walks down to the where it all happens.
So this hill seems to be starting to gather a little bit of height.
We're inclining now, absolutely.
So we head into Alto, is that the idea?
This is Medio still, but eventually we will go up to Alto. So this is Medio, it starts to go up now. Roads to the left, roads to the right are really lovely. They've got lots of very nice villas. Probably your average villa here, I say average, they probably start around 2 million. 1.8, 2 million. Need some work, some of them, because people like the area. There's one there, look, you could do something with that one. But you can see, look, there's construction going on all the time, because these little roads they're delightful. They're really nice, very peaceful.
Some of these houses look huge.
They are, and they're older style. So going back to your question, sorry, me babbling on as usual. Good. We bought our house 20 years ago. For, I think it was just under 800. Oh,
it's the tax authorities for capital gains tax.
It's a client, I think. We bought it for 800,000, and it's probably worth over 2 now. So here we are again. I'm going to show you this up here on the left-hand side, as you can see ahead of us. That's the Paraiso Hotel.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Yeah, it's only open between April and sort of October. A lot of Madrid clients come and stay in that hotel when they come to look for houses because it's so local to everything. So it doesn't open all year round. It's an old style hotel. Needs a bit of work done to it, but it's great. It's very, very close to everything. On the right, you've got some lovely townhouses, as you can see. They're quite cute, actually.
I bet the other side, the nice stuff's on the other side. No, the view. I mean, like
absolutely,
the little gardens or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. When we drop down to the right, there's some really nice townhouses which have got really good views. Actually,
it's quite common in these carpools that you're looking at the roadside, which is normally the least attractive part of these houses.
Exactly, because the sea's there, isn't it? And the concha's there. Everything's there. So yeah, there's some really nice, lovely apartments here. Again, always sought after. So we're going to go down left here, which will take us down to the El Paraiso golf course.
You're a golfer, right?
I am. I'm a member of El Paraiso Golf Course.
Okay.
My husband joined in. He's been a member of a few clubs, but when this is on your doorstep, I can't work out why he hasn't joined it before time. I think it's because his friends were at other golf clubs, but now he's a member of this place, and it's a great golf course. I went to play with him. I think it was June last year, just to have a look, because I used to play back in the UK, but didn't have a lot of time on my hands. And I saw the course, and it's just lovely, and the people are so friendly, which make it really, it's a really nice place to be, a great restaurant and everything else, but we'll take a look at that later.
Is it mostly people from Paraiso that go to the Paraiso golf course?
No, there's people who come from Nueva Andalusia, there's people who come from Elveria.
Okay.
It's a great course. It's a Gary Player course. It was established in 1973. It's a championship course. What I like about it, there's only 2 hills.
Only 2 hills.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. The walk is pretty flat, so it's a bit of a feel-good course, and I really like that.
What's the stuff ahead of us? Is that Benavis?
That's El Paraiso Alto.
Oh, that's Alto.
So that's the Alto. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into the club later. I'm going to take you back down this road, and we're going to have another little look at another area within El Paraiso. These houses here are stunning, as you can see.
Wow.
Yeah, they are really. I love this road. It's really a nice road. Golf course. There you go. Walked that many times.
Nice some wide roads here.
There are, and it's residential, which is nice. This reminds me of Portugal a little bit, the Algarve, or Soto Grande.
Yeah,
where you've got the wide roads, which is really nice.
Yeah, this is the area. It's got a Soto Grande thing.
It's got a kind of feel for that, isn't it? Yeah, it's nice. It's quite a nice.
How much would one of these villas set you back?
3.5, 4 upwards.
Okay, so not ridiculous.
No.
I'm not saying I have that sort of money, but. Yeah. When you're talking villas and sort of the Marbella area.
Exactly. As you can see, they're all of older style, so they probably need, some of them have done the renovations, but the majority of them haven't. It's, it's something, if you want, the views here are amazing, because you've got the full golf views and the mountain view, and probably sea view from the upper terrace.
These look like big chunks of land.
They are. Really
big
nice.
Walls and...
Yeah, very private. Very, very private.
This feels like old money.
It does feel like old money, and it's paradise, El Paraiso.
Yeah, I think it's that you look at some of the new developments. I see of villas are going at these sort of prices.
Yeah,
and they're all stuck together.
Exactly.
They have
Cute.
no space, no privacy, no sense of space.
Absolutely.
Nice and well built, I'm sure, but
and nothing interesting about.
Yeah,
but it depends.
This has got it feels like you've got some millionaire or billionaire eccentric behind the walls.
Absolutely.
Old trees.
Yeah. All of them. Can you see they've all got big drives going up to them, and
things.
Yeah, that one up there.
Wow,
see, they're quite set back from the road, so you can imagine the views up there.
I really didn't think that I'd see this up here.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I thought it would be just like little villas all the way up, modern little things.
You wait till we get up to the Alto, you'll see some bigger villas up there.
So is this still technically Medio then?
This is Medio still, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is Medio. And some of the properties here are very modern inside. I've viewed quite a lot, so even though from the outside it's traditional Andalusian, they are modern inside. So here we have another little urbanisation, Bel Air, very popular.
Oh right, yeah, I've heard of this.
Benamara, in Bel Air. Yeah, very popular, both for renters, holiday makers, owners. A lot of people live in the little townhouses around here. If they don't want an apartment, you have got access to a lot of little townhouses, like the one straight ahead.
We're still talking about 500,000, that sort of thing? For the
probably
little things?
500,000, yeah.
Huh.
But they're nice, they're very quaint, they're very pretty, and they're private. Because a lot of people I'm finding nowadays, if you're getting people who want to relocate, they don't want an apartment, Alfredo, they want a house. And when their budget is sort of restricted to sort of 500,000, you could get some lovely townhouses.
I guess here what you don't get is the views over here, because it's flat.
Of course not, absolutely.
That's the main road ahead of us,
and there's the main road straight ahead.
It's like a horseshoe sort of thing.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go left here so we can continue the little explore of the commercial centre. So there's the beach straight ahead, literally across the road.
Oh, okay. How do you get across?
There's bridges. There's one up to the right and one down here on the left. We'll see one in a minute, and you can literally walk over. To the right up here, many years ago, they half built a hotel which was said to be a Hyatt, then it was going to be something else. It was actually sold to an Abu Dhabi company last year, and it's going to be a 5-star hotel, which is just, can you see this, the structure there?
Oh yeah, okay.
That's going to be a 5-star hotel, and it's going to be opening in 2027. So that will add a lot of value to this area.
It's a nice spot for it as well.
It is. It's right on the beach. Right on the beach. Got your own McDonald's if you want McDonald's. Not that I eat it, but you have got it. You've got a great cafeteria along here and restaurant. So can you see there's a lot.
Oh, Nelly G's. We did a breakfast club.
You certainly did in Nelly
episode.
G's. Absolutely, yeah. So we're back here to the commercial centre. So I'm going to go left and go back up the big road that we just came down, so we can start heading up towards the Alto. Okay. So here you have a bowls club, if you fancy a game of bowls.
Bowls.
Yep, there's another bar here called Los Arcos. It's got loads going on for the children. It's got children's playground, as you can see, slides, you name it, it's got it. It's got everything you need.
But looking at a lot of the shops and businesses at the front there, they do seem quite British, is it?
They are. There's the British butchers. Yeah, there is. They are all British. But there are restaurants that are Spanish, like the Tapas local to where I live.
Right.
It's a mixed community, but it is, everybody speaks English. You know, that's why my Spanish
And what other nationalities do you see a lot of living here?
Scandinavians, Polish, Irish, Ukrainians.
So fairly similar to the rest of the coast, no? In
100%.
terms of a mix.
It's mixed.
Yeah.
It is very, very mixed. I mean, for example, the golf club now, we've got a real high number of Swedish members.
Okay.
So, you know, it's multinational, shall we say. So we're going to go back up the road we just came, and we're going to start heading up towards the Alto now. So here you've got a nice gated community called Mirador del Paraiso. That's a mixture of villas, apartments, townhouses. Really nice little community.
Closed gated as well.
It is a gated community, which is nice. If you look to the left now, you can see, sorry, not now, just up here, sorry, the next one. There's little roads going down, which are full of villas. These are all villas along here. Yeah, absolutely. And the views they have of the golf course.
Yeah. So I just caught one over.
Golf course, sea views. You've got everything you want. There's a lovely development just here on the right hand side, just a little bit further up. I sold quite a lot there. Paraiso Pueblo. It's lovely.
Oh, that was reasonably priced.
Yeah, that was very reasonably priced.
When they relaunched, I think they got stuck in the crisis,
COVID,
didn't they?
It did, yeah.
And then they were going for like 250 or something.
Yeah, and then they went up to sort of like 420 just after. Beautiful, lots of amenities, great for families.
Not the modern Buxy style, no.
No, very Andalusian style. We can't get in there unfortunately because it is gated, as you mentioned.
We have an American client that bought there?
Yeah, we had Americans. I sold to a Dutch client in there, a Swedish client in there, really lovely. It's just, then you've got Royal Marbella here, which is another urbanisation, which is good as a good investment, to be honest, because the rentals in there are very, very good.
You still people walking, even despite the hills.
It's not summer. You probably see less people walking in the summer, to be honest. Look at these houses. Beautiful, eh?
It's like a winding
increase.
It's not like a steep
No.
one road straight up the top.
Absolutely.
It doesn't feel like we're going up that far.
Exactly, but we are in the Alto now. The very highest point comes under Benavis, actually.
Is this the more expensive area of the trip?
Yeah, this Alto is probably the more expensive of the El Paraiso community, to be honest. So here we're coming down to the Bel Air area.
And in terms of direction, we're heading Estepona direction right now.
We're heading south now.
The sea is to our left.
No, the sea's straight ahead.
Oh, it is? Okay, yeah. We would have got lost.
So these are a new development here, very quickly, sorry to interrupt you, called King's Hill. These are lovely villas, very, very nice.
What sort of prices? They look expensive.
2.2, 2.5.
Okay.
Not particularly massive plots, but a nice garden. Nice lock up and leave, actually, if you're thinking of a holiday home.
A huge amount of room between them, but nice.
Yeah, nice. Not compact as Finger de Jasmine, so a little bit more roomier than there. And also, just on the left-hand side, you will see we've got another paddle and tennis club in Bel Air. So everything, again, on the doorstep from this kind of community. It's just over to the left. Can you see Bel Air?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the other tennis and paddle club.
This ahead of us, it looks a bit older.
I've sold in here as well. These are lovely little townhouses. They're older style kind of urbanisations, apartments, more residential, I'd say, than sort of a holiday home. But some people do live here because obviously the community fees are much cheaper.
Looks like it needs a little lick of paint though,
doesn't it? Yeah. It needs a little bit of love, a little bit of love. But townhouses are lovely. More residential than, oh, sorry guys. More residential than kind of holiday home-ish, if you like.
Where's the main road from here? Just
straight up. We're going to go up that
okay.
way. Oh, bloody bumps. We're going to head down towards, so I'll show you where it comes out. We'll come into sort of Cancelada and you can see.
Right.
Then we've covered the whole loop then. You haven't even got to go over them slow. They're just so steep. Nice little urbanisation on the left. They've got really good views in there.
That looks nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You know where we are now? You will in a moment. We're going to head down towards Cancelada.
No, not yet. I'm still.
You'll get your bearings in a minute.
I'll stick a map on the screen right now, so you guys watching this can figure out where we are.
So now we're coming into Cancelada, more or less. Okay. As you start heading this way, you see more and more cranes, because obviously that's in the hills of Estepona. Lovely villas going up here, ocean villas. They're quite good size, those ones.
Oh, the villas, right?
And to the right over there, really popular. Can you see the white and terracotta?
Yeah.
Really popular urbanisation called Water Gardens. Lovely little townhouses, mixed selection of people in there, locals and international buyers. And as we come out here, you'll know most definitely where we are. This is a lovely urbanisation, Costalita Gold.
On the left here.
Yeah, really nice. Walking distance to everything. We're going to go left here. If you were to go right, do you know where you're going?
Flamingos?
Yeah, well done, Alfredo.
Okay. Oh, there we go, yeah.
Yeah.
The villa part
Where
there.
all the, and you've covered this area. I think Amy did a video of this area.
Yeah,
of all
we
the,
have a carpool of this.
Yeah, you do. So we're not going to cover that today.
Right, so this marries it up quite nicely, because we kind of did, that carpool was from this road to the right.
Absolutely.
And then we've just done, the left part is...
That's right.
Right.
And can you see how close we are to the sea?
You can see this, yeah, in the distance.
Couple of new developments down here. Aqua Gardens, Los Miradores del Sol and Bel Air. I have a beautiful ground floor in Bel Air, which has just gone onto the market. But people tend to like this area because you are near everything. Beach, supermarkets, pharmacy, everything is on the doorstep, which is good. Access to the A7.
What's this one here on the left?
That's a hotel. That's the Exe Hotel.
Okay, yeah.
Which again opens sort of April to October. Got a great spa in there.
This is the dreaded Cancelada roundabout.
This is the dreaded Cancelada roundabout. You got it.
Why is it dreaded?
Because the infrastructure's
Because you
can't
get back.
go up anymore.
Yeah, whenever you try and go left on the motorway, you end up in a queue on the roundabout for a little
you've got
while.
to go round. That's the only drawback.
It's not like huge, is it? You're like talking 10 minutes where you just backed up and then you...
Absolutely.
But it is.
Unfortunately, it is what it is. I've got used to it now. So when I have appointments that way, I have to come around here and go back, which is a pain. But you know, it is what it is, and you pay the price.
Yeah, I mean, you're not. What I'm trying to say is it's a pain in the neck, but it is a 10-minute delay rather than an hour or
exactly.
Like just...
New hotel gone up called the Flag Hotel. To the right, you go down to Costalita, which I love. Real up and coming area, and I'm sure we can cover that on another day. It's where the new hotels are.
Oh, I think they did. They started that on the carpool for Cancelada and Costalita.
I think you might have done that. Yeah, exactly. But it's a great little area.
So those ones across the road on the left, are they the Miradores del Sol?
No, that's Aqua Gardens.
Aqua Gardens.
Miradores del Sol are there, and Bel Air are just over to the left. So there's some really nice modern. These sold very quickly. Everyone was saying, "Oh my goodness, they're actually building an apartment block on a motorway." They sold like that because the bridge. You've got the bridge to walk over to go to the beach. That's what clients want.
I mean, because this stretch of road is quite not chaotic, but quite
can be busy.
No,
yeah, it can be busy. Not as busy as getting into the Golden Mile though.
No,
you know.
Yeah.
Which I prefer going for viewings this way than that way in the summer, but I have to go wherever I have to go.
Even off season, the San Pedro to Puerto is
exactly so busy. But to the right now, you start. This is the El Paraiso Barronal, just coming up in a moment, and that's where there's some beautiful villas down there on the beach.
Do they go for sale, or is it just not?
No, they do sell 10 million, 8 million.
Okay.
There's one, my favourite is up for, they've just reduced it to 11,900. Stunning villa. If I win the lottery, I'm going to buy it. Incredible. Located literally on the beachfront. Stunning. I'm very close to the 7-star hotel. a 5-star hotel, sorry, which is going to be there in 2027.
Oh, the one you showed, the one we saw earlier.
The one, the shell. You'll see it again in a moment. So you've got an overview then of the actual circle we've just done.
So now we're going in the direction of Puerto Ano, is that way?
We are. We're just going to do the
us.
turnaround to come back to El Paraiso, and we're going to have a little look at the golf course.
Okay.
Fancy a drink in the golf club?
Yeah, so we've been everywhere, haven't we?
We have indeed. So this is the golf club. It's got a great restaurant. It really has. Do really good food. It's very reasonably priced as well, and they welcome outsiders. You've not got to be a member to come here. So they do breakfast, lunch, dinners. It's a real nice club.
What's the peak season for golfers these days?
Not so much in the summer, to be honest. I mean, we played through the summer and it was hot, but I'd say October, May is when a lot of the Scandinavians, etc., come out for their 6-month stay. They prefer to have warmer winters than be in their own country freezing cold. So yeah, that's usually when this club is at its busiest. In the summer it does quieten down a bit, but they do have pay and play facilities here as well, which means you haven't got to be a member, you can come and play, but obviously they do give preference to the members. Okay, so we've covered the area, we've covered the Alto, we've covered the Medio, and we've covered a little bit of the Barronal area. So now, should we have a little drink and have a tour of the golf club? I don't know about you, Alfredo, I'm gasping for a drink. Fancy a drink and a bit of lunch? Okay. Okay, so here we are in the clubhouse of El Paraiso. Just to let you know, obviously we've got a great pro shop which has all the clothing you could possibly imagine, with great sales in the winter, by the way. Also, we've got the restaurant, the bar, the terrace, open to the public, open obviously to members, but if you want to come up for a bit of lunch, breakfast, dinner, plenty of social events going on, everybody's welcome. It's a real pleasure to be a member of El Paraiso Golf Club. I absolutely love it. And it's good for people who are not even members because they can use the facilities, they can come up for lunch, they can come up for breakfast. You have everything you need. Let's have some lunch now, Alfredo.